So we're sitting here on a park bench in Sag Harbour on Ferry Road. Got all of our, oh dear, well that's an omen, isn't it? And we're looking out at a very, very empty marina in Sag Harbour, waiting for a cab to take us to the hotel, and it's just eerie.
Hurricane is already producing effects on land, with the swells that it sent out starting yesterday, moderate to high risk of rip currents all up and down the East Coast. And New York City starting to rain pretty hard. In fact, we have now a flood advisory that's in effect for New York City, for Manhattan, getting over to Staten Island, western portions of Long Island. That goes till 9 o'clock. So, Mike, the winds of tropical storm force will arrive in the early morning hours. We have to have all of our preparations for the wind and the water done by then.
So we've just arrived in the hotel room, and we've been watching the news, and unfortunately it looks like the hurricane is actually increasing in speed. They update it every 2 hours. They've got hurricane planes flying in there measuring the wind speed. It's right on the cusp of Category 1. So we're just praying it doesn't turn into a Category 2 hurricane, which means more wind.
We've just come out of our hotel room to have a look at the weather. It's early on Sunday morning. You can probably see the lightning going off there. This is probably the calm before the storm, if you like, before it actually really hits. But they're saying the rainfall is going to be immense, especially more towards mid Long Island, towards New York. Gosh, there's lots of lightning, isn't there? Wow, scary stuff.
Still not enough time here for it to weaken too much before it makes a landfall.
So this is what we're having for breakfast this morning in the hotel. I mean, the first opportunity to escape of Aequus and a healthy breakfast of eggs.
This is a healthy breakfast. It's got fruit in it. Fruit Loops.
Well, you don't work.
Oh God. There's a lot of noise coming from that bowl.
Enjoying my breakfast.
Even though we were trying to keep a positive mindset, the fear and stress was not far from our minds. And as James occupied himself in what he does best, I made use of the gym. And whilst the hotel was very basic, we were super blessed to have found shelter. And even though our hearts were elsewhere, we were safe.
We're just going to give Mike a call because he's on his boat in the same mooring that we are. And I think the hurricane is pretty much past now. Hello, mate.
What's going on?
How you doing? So how's things on the boat right now? Is it calmed down or is it still pretty windy there?
It's super calm. It's out of the southwest.
Oh wow.
And it's nice.
Awesome.
And it's down to, let's see, down to about 14 knots of wind. 13.
Sounds windy.
Excellent.
13, 14.
Oh,
Nice and calm.
oh, that's really good. And both boats seem okay? Any damage to yours, or are you okay?
Nothing. I looked at your boat with the binoculars. No problem. Everything's good.
I thought Mike was going to say nothing wrong with mine, but yours is really bad.
I fell asleep on the boat and I woke up at like 3 a.m.
When, what, last night?
Yeah, and it was blowing like crazy. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, fuck, I better get the hell out of here.
Well, did you get a bit scared?
Dude, I got in the dinghy at 3 in the morning and powered all the way underneath the bridge ashore.
You're
and then I realized
crazy.
I forgot my phone. And then I had to go all the way back.
No. And was it raining? Could you see anything, or was the visibility good then?
It wasn't raining.
Oh, okay,
It was super windy.
that was lucky.
Big waves, and there was a lot of fog.
Yeah.
You know.
Mike, you're the craziest person I know, though, to go out just before the storm hits, like as it's on its way at 3 a.m.
Yeah. But I mean, when we went to bed last night, we were watching the news and they were talking about it might be a Category 2. They were saying it was intensifying And then obviously I woke up at about 6:30 this morning, and I put the TV on, and they said it had come down, and it was like only on the verge of a Cat 1. And then when I think it hit, it was only a tropical storm. Okay, mate, that's really good. Well, we'll head back there tomorrow morning, so yeah, we'll see you probably around lunchtime.
We'll go for a celebratory lunch.
Yeah. But it could have been very different, mate. That was close, I think. That was very close.
That was funny. But how about me at 4 in the morning, fucking driving the dinghy back with like a hurricane coming and all the waves and shit?
Yeah, and then you forget your phone and have to go back.
You can't
Mate,
write
irresponsible,
that stuff.
I think, is the word, Mike, more than anything. Irresponsible.
Good morning, this is Monday morning. We've had a very stressful 4 days since Friday. As you can see, the news is still going on with all the hurricanes and storms that seem to be all around America this weekend. Things could be a lot worse. People in Tennessee that you see here, it's terrible. There's 40 people missing, and that's the hurricane that went through the middle of America, which it could have been us, and as I said, things could have been a lot worse. So we're feeling very blessed this morning that everything's okay. We've got to try and find our way back this morning because we don't know if the roads are blocked because of the flooding. And we heard on the news today that there's torrential rain more east of Long Island. So here's to getting back. James has seen quite a lot of water this weekend, haven't you?
What do you mean?
How many baths have you had since we've been here? Bear in mind we've only been here 2 nights and 1.5 days because we got here very late Saturday night.
I think maybe 5. But you know what, the thing is, you do, as comfortable as our boat is, and it is very, very comfortable, the things I miss, it's the simple things like a bath, soaking in a bath. Like just having the aircon on, not worrying about running the generator or anything like that, and really fast internet. And this hotel has been like really comfortable, and it's had super quick internet, and I've taken advantage of all the hot water and having baths. So
if there's a water shortage in this hotel, it's definitely
I don't think there's going to be a water shortage. By the looks of it, there's a shitload of water in America right now, maybe too much. So. But yeah, I mean, I'm just keen to get back to the boat now and to assess the damage, and
hopefully
you know,
there's nothing.
Fingers crossed, we've got away lightly, and I think we have from the sounds of things. This is what it's like in England all the time.
The relief that Aequus was still afloat and in the same place is not a feeling I can describe. I think the faces and the silly banter say it all. Gustavo's been amazing. He's given us a great lift back to Sag Harbour, and we're going to go back to the boat now and check that everything's okay. Weather's looking a little bit gloomy. Hopefully we're going to avoid the rain.
Let's try and avoid the
Next
rain.
time you want to stay, you can come to my house.
Oh,
You can stay a couple of days there. We have an extra room.
Oh, thank you,
So I'll show you
Gustavo.
Manhattan.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, hell yes.
Oh, that's mine. Can you take that?
You've got my email, so
Yes.
yeah, good luck.
Nice to meet you. Take
And
care.
you. Bye.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Chilly.
It's chilly, isn't it? Those clouds.
As long as it doesn't start raining.
Oh look, there's the same boat that was there when we left.
Maybe they came ashore then.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, okay, thank you. Going home.
Well, everything looks like it's held up pretty well. We took the covers off here so they didn't blow away. We secured all of this. This all looks good. Well, I can't actually see anything wrong. Ropes are all, I mean, there's a bit of chafe, but this chafe guard's done its job. Yeah, and we took the anchor off anyway, so that wasn't in the way. All in all, pretty good, pretty strong boat, eh?
Yeah, very strong.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's see how the inside is faring.
It's a little bit of a mess.
A little bit of a mess, but she's in one piece.
Everything's looks okay. We've got a lot of sorting out to do.
Yeah, a lot of cleaning up.
We've got a day's work putting everything back.
Day, more like
where it was.
3 days. So we're just putting the anchor back on, and we're using the spinnaker halyard to lift up the anchor and get it back out into its little home. Yeah? Okay. I'll tighten it off.
Actually, I might as well do it on the side in case we get the mini jet back on. So.
Yep. Yeah, baby, I don't think we should come off that mooring buoy. It's too windy.
Sorry?
Let's not come off yet. Let's wait a couple of hours. It was still incredibly windy despite Henri passing, and it was best to wait till the wind dropped before we came off the mooring buoy and back onto the anchor. We had been given a mooring buoy to help safeguard the boat during the hurricane. We have learned in very bad conditions to choose a large mooring buoy over any small boat anchor, however fantastic our Rockner is. Well, it's not often we have a hurricane, so...
Nice.
Okay. Wow, just in time, it's starting to hammer it down again. Let's hope this isn't another hurricane now we've come back onto the boat. Next time, aboard Aequus, we head to Block Island. We discover its beautiful seaside town. And as we head back to Sag Harbour, we realise the weather really is turning chilly.